the water and you see the flies, and then you go home and you make some flies to represent the flies that you've seen. Then you come back and you catch a fish that is very good because you feel like you have tricked the fish into taking your fly. The fish here are totally wild fish, they are not stocked fish. So it is a challenge to come and try to fish well and catch a fish. And if you do fish well and catch a fish, it is very rewarding. Yeah. Everybody thinks the same as me. Guinness. There's no mayfly on the water. There's no fish rising. I think that's finished.
This is how we carry beer in Ireland. It's like a shamrock. Cheers to the... Perfect.
Pat.
Hello Campbell,
Good morning,
how are you?
Pat. Good.
Welcome to Trim.
This is
Welcome.
This is Pat O'Toole. He's the local secretary of the club.
So we have some brown trout and some salmon in this river.
And we catch lots of fish.
Hopefully you'll catch lots of fish anyway.
Good. So what's the best approach to fish the river today, Pat?
Well, I see today it's very bright, so I think myself you're going to have to go nymphing from the start.
Okay.
But maybe later on in the afternoon, at this time of the year, there's a good hatch of mayfly. You know, here you wouldn't have because it's very fast water.
Yeah.
Upriver, the water is slower, so it's more muddy on the bottom, and you get loads of mayfly on it.
I fish with two flies. I have a little brown mayfly nymph with a tungsten bead on the dropper and the black mayfly nymph with a tungsten bead on the point. I use the dropper to bring both the flies down to the same depth, and I get some grease and just put it on the indicator. It helps to make the indicator float. It also helps that you can see it much better. I've never fished this part, so we search every inch. Yeah. So there's some nice water over here, and it's nice ripply water. With it being so warm, that's where the fish are going to be because there's a lot of oxygen in the water where the fast flow is. Yep. Sometimes when the fish jump like that, it is best just to give them a little flick and they come to the net. Nice fish. Not a big fish, but beautiful Irish fish. And this is a good sign that you can catch little small fish this size because it means that the habitat is good and that the large fish are spawning on the river. It's perfect.
We would have a lot of fish in it. We've a very good stock of wild brown trout. Yeah, it's all wild brown trout and some salmon. So our club has 250 members.
So, here we go. It's a better fish.
And we will get a lot of visiting anglers from everywhere. This morning I met 4 Frenchmen.
Big fish. It's very important once you hook a fish to try and get below the fish If you let the fish get below you, there's so much pressure with the force of the river, and the fly will come off or you will break. Beautiful fish. Oh, beautiful. It's strong fish.
Yes, nice.
And it's nice to see the fish go back.
Thank you.
So well done. So at the moment you can see a rock just in front of me. So I put the nymph above the rock and let it tumble down, down, down. And hopefully we have fish sitting behind the rock. They come out to take the nymph as it passes by. You want to let the nymph drift down natural, so that it doesn't look suspicious to the trout, and they come and eat with a lot of confidence. Sometimes you catch the bottom and catch some weed on your fly, but that is okay, because if you're doing that, you know that your flies are on the bottom, and that is where you want to be when it's bright and sunny like this. Oh yeah, good fish. Wow.
Mostly the fish, I suppose, would be average fish around 3/4 of a pound, but you could get fish up to 2 pounds, some around 1.5 pounds on Sunday as well.
Wow, beautiful fish. When you come to Ireland to fish the mayfly, and if it is a sunny day like today and the lakes are no good, come to the river and try your French nymphing tactics on the bottom. There are lots and lots of beautiful fish to be caught. This is what you come to Ireland for, beautiful wild brown trout. And away she goes. It's easy to come downriver, but going back up is much more difficult. Oh yeah, fish. In the strong current, the fish feel really strong. Whoa. Anybody who fishes and they feel the take of the fish, and then you have the battle, the fight, and it is who's going to win, and it is like a battle between me and the fish. And once I get in the fish in the net, I think, yes, I win. But the trout, it doesn't lose, because I always put the fish back, so it is only for sport. We use barbless hooks not to damage the fish's mouth, and we return them nice and carefully to the water. And it is more of a challenge to go through the water, because you're always constantly looking in front of you, looking what area you're going to go to next. So it's more of a hunt than a catch for me.
This was an old corn mill, and they used to make all the flour then for people for baking.
Vous venez souvent ici?
Nous venons depuis quelques années, à peu près une dizaine d'années. Et nous venons spécialement pour la mouche de mai.
Ouais.
Bon, nous avons réussi hier, avant-hier. Aujourd'hui, un peu de vent et beaucoup de soleil.
Ouais.
Le soleil. Donc nous n'avons pas d'éclosion. On va attendre, patienter pour voir ce soir.
Ouais.
Ben, c'est la mouche de mai, la sèche
Ouais, un peu
et
sèche.
le gobage.
Angling associations were originally founded by local groups having talked to the local landowners and negotiated the fishing rights. And once they have the water, they are the guardians of the water. They look after it. They would be the eyes and ears of the agencies of the state on the ground, looking after to make sure that the water quality is okay, that there's no problems. If they come across problems on it, they would report it. Making sure fish stocks are good, as I said, by the introduction of conservation limits. And plus they provide recreational sport for local anglers and youths and indeed overseas visitors as well.
Yes, pleasure.
So by looking after the resource, you have quality fishing available for everybody to enjoy.
Today we have just arrived on a separate stretch of the River Boyne. It's managed by Drogheda and District Anglers Association. The river has lots and lots of mayfly and lots of fish that are rising, so this is a perfect stretch for fishing dry fly. The mayfly are just starting to hatch off at the moment, so this fly here, the body will sink beneath the water and the deer hair fibres are the hatching fly. But at the moment, I think the hatching mayfly is the best. Yeah, be very, very careful. So I seen some fish rising here. So you go nice and slow, and then you see the hatching. Perfect, perfect. There. Good lad.
Wow, super.
Super.
C'est génial.
Yay.
Thank you.
Well done.
A good fly
Oh yeah.
at a good moment.
Perfect. Wow. Oh, there. Oh, not fast enough. Too slow. Beautiful river. Nice clear water and loads of mayflies hatching, so it's perfect for fishing. The fish in Ireland on the rivers are very, very fast, so it is very exciting. Very bad, broke. He went one way and I went the other way and broke. When the fish in the lake take the mayfly, they take it nice and slow and over the top. We're on the lake, it is calm and the fly doesn't move very fast. We're on the mayfly in the river's moving faster, so the fish know that they need to take it very quickly or the fly will be pushed away. I felt him just for a second and then gone. Only small. Not only are you fishing in some of the beautiful waters, but you've also got beautiful historical scenery in the background. Beautiful fish, about only 1 pound in weight. Caught very well, it's just a dry fly.
But as I said, no matter where you are in the country, you'll always find a river with wild brown trout and eager to take a dry fly or nymph fishing or wet fly, whatever you like.
Hello, Matt.
Hello, Matt. Very welcome back.
Hello, Matt.
How's it going?
Good, good.
Try that one at the moment. And as evening goes on, we'll try the light ones. With the weed coming up now in the river, it is actually better just with dry. because the dropper's inclined to catch and you'll be getting a lot of false takes. If they try out feeding, just fish dry, a single dry on its own.
Because the river is a lot smaller than in the previous rivers, you need to be a lot more careful while you're wading. You don't just storm through the water or make much noise, because the rivers are usually quite low and the fish tend to dart away. So if you stay well back and be very careful, get up through the river and don't walk so fast or don't make any noise.
Really want that fly.
The fishing's very, very good. You will get 40, 50, 60 fish each time you come. The fish aren't very big, maybe 10 or 12 inches maximum, but you get plenty of fish, which is good fun. I've been a member of the club for a couple of years now. I would come down as often as I can. Countryside here is beautiful, especially at this time of the year where all the flowers are in bloom.
You've got a great river, nice little river with many, many fish.
Many, many fish.
We didn't see the big ones, but I'm sure they are.
They're there. If we had a little more water, you would have a better fishing.
Thank you very much
You're more
for this evening fishing on the Fane.
Yeah.
The weekend is finished, but for the mayfly, the anglers come every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Many, many anglers. As you see today, all the boats are getting ready to go out. The weather conditions are very good. The sky is cloudy and warm, so hopefully today we catch lots of fish and we see lots of mayfly. They're eating the mayfly. If it's windy, you would fish wet flies, and if it's a little calm, you would fish dry flies. We fish wets for the moment. We're using a 10-foot for number 7 rod and number 7 line, and an intermediate, slow intermediate line. And we make a long cast with 3 wet flies, and we pull the flies back fast and to get the fish to chase, and then we dibble the flies at the very end, hoping that the fish will think that the mayfly is starting to hatch off and it'll attack it. And you want to do this maybe 15 meters away from the boat. If you do this too close to the boat, whenever the fish